What's going on, people? So, was it last month? I feel like it wasn't super long ago. I bought some of those AEW mystery boxes from Ringside Collectibles, right? And it was interesting, it was fun to do that or whatever. And then, a lot of people watched it. Well, for me, for this channel size, whatever, a lot of people watched it, seemed into it. And I was thinking, you know what? Let's do it again. But this time we're going to step it up, kick it up a notch, if you will. And so this time, instead of getting 2, I got 4. So there's a lot of room for possible disappointment in this, but there's also a lot of room for things to go quite well. So what are you guys thinking? Go ahead and leave your thoughts down below and I'll start cutting on into this. I mean, I would like to think that this is going to be fantastic, right? But if you saw the last one, you know that it was half of it was okay, and then the other half was not bad, but it's just when you get something and it's something that you already have, it's not as cool as if you didn't have it, obviously, right? There we go. Crack this thing open. So, all right, now let's cut this all in half again, because it's the way they do this is it makes sense to me, I guess, but it's kind of weird in some ways because they take the 4 boxes and then they just tape them all together into one mega box, kind of like how Dwight had that mega desk that one time. I don't know if anybody knows about it. Well, I'm sure people know, but it was a popular show. So there we go, there's that. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this, right? See what's going on in the first one. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of a weird setup in a way, but it makes sense, It also made it a lot easier to carry out of the post office when I was picking it up. Alright, so this is box number 1, people. What are we thinking out there? I feel like it's gonna be okay. But I feel like one of the better ones is not going to be this one. All right. First up, Chris Statlander, right? Because again, the way these things work is they give you 3 standard figures and then 1 rare or chase or something. I don't remember how the whole thing works out, but that's why we're doing the unboxing. I'll figure it out as I do it, right? Also, we have this right here. It's going to be a Trent, ? Right? From that same series, so that's going to be Unrivaled Series 8. And then we have Jake Hager, so that's going to be Unrivaled Series 6. And like I was saying before, it's you really start to feel when you see things like this, when they're saying, oh hey, $75 and we'll give you a bunch of figures. It's man, these things must not be selling that well. I mean, I know I bought a lot of them, right? I see them every day, in my room. I see a whole bunch of them right over there too. They must not have sold super well because they're dirt cheap on Ringside Collectibles, and the way this thing's going, yeah, they just give them out like nobody's business. So this is going to be a chase, 1 of 5,000. It's going to be a John Moxley from Unrivaled Series 12. So it looks very plain. I don't know what's special about this in any kind of way. Maybe he has a cool shirt on under there. I'm going to have to go back and see what the actual other John Moxley from that set looks like, because I do have that one, right? Yeah, that one is going to be in my room. Because looking at that, it looks like I think I just did a review of those or something, didn't I? Yeah, it wasn't a normal review, but I did a YouTube live session, and I just, went through unboxing and talking about all those. I remember that very clearly because I remember the Jamie Hayter figure and talking about how she was being forced on me and stuff. And then we have some of these here. This is going to be, I'll just open this up real quick. Well, kind of quick anyway. So, got some more of these. These come in every box too. So this is going to be the white version, Ringside Collectibles wrestling figure stand. So you put that little hole thing in their foot, and then they stand up without having to, be all finely maneuvered and stuff, because it's not always easy to do that, right? So let's see what's going on here. Alright, let's take that back over there. So let's see what is in box number 2. So I was right. I said that box was going to be okay, but not the best, and it was Well, maybe it wasn't right because the box kind of sucked, honestly. Like, that Jon Moxley figure is kind of trash, right? I mean, it just doesn't look very cool. But maybe there's more to it. Maybe you gotta really open it up and get in there to know. But I did also say it wasn't gonna be the best one. And so far, that is holding true. Okay, look at that. Another Jake Hager figure. So, yay for that, right? Because you can never have too many of those. I didn't want the first one, honestly. I just bought the set because it was easier. Moving along, we also have this right here. Another Chris Jericho from, what is this? Unrivaled Series 6. So there's that. And another Chris Statlander, right? See, so there you go. Like, once you start buying more of these things, like, the possibility of getting multiples goes up quite a bit. So this is going to be another of the white series figures, right? Kind of wouldn't mind some black ones, you know? I mean, it's Black History Month, you know? It just makes more sense that way. Also, they work out better on the shelf, so there is that. And here we go. Another Jon Moxley figure. What is this? Like, this guy is just everywhere, man. Like, who allowed this? Who allowed this? Now, I will say, quick rant, like, when he first came over as Jon Moxley, I was like, oh, this is interesting, you know, because he was like, I don't know, he's more interesting than he was as Dean Ambrose, right? Which doesn't say a lot. But then over time, it just kind of got old. It was like, okay, it's the same thing, like, every time. Every match is just, like, the same. Every promo is just the same. So I was like, this is not really that entertaining anymore. But he's reliable. He seems to be selling tickets, maybe. Though I also saw something that, like, there was a Dynamite in his hometown, or maybe in his home state, I don't know, somewhere in Ohio. And they were saying how, like, the ticket sales were, like, awful, right? So maybe he's not the biggest seller anymore. But AEW ticket sales in general seem to be pretty low. So how would it have been in any other city? Like, would it have been equally low? And that was just how they sell? Or would they have possibly been lower because, you know, it wouldn't have been like any hometown heroes to watch. So, let's see what we got going on in this one. A lot of tape going on here. So, this is box number 3 for you, those of you counting along. Let's see what we got happening in this one, right? So, I mean, I will say, like, the most recent Jon Moxley figure, maybe it was better than the last one? I don't know. I don't even know. Alright, so here we have this. This is going to be a Thunder Rosa figure. Move some stuff out of the way so I can start sitting things on the floor. I think I got one of these last time I did one of these boxes. Actually, I do really like this figure, the Painmaker Chris Jericho. I mean, obviously I already have it, you know. But it's a cool figure, so there is that. Set that down there. Oh yeah. So people are not buying Chris Statlander figures is what I'm learning today, because they are practically giving these things away, you know? It's like when you send free food and old jerseys or whatever to, like, homeless kids in Africa or something, right? So, oh, well, here, have this. Then you see all these people wearing these, like, 93 NBA series shirts of, like, some team that didn't actually win, but they'd already made a bunch of shirts for it. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. So, then you have this, right? Some more of the white ones. And here's this. Yeah, another Jon Moxley figure, right? So, what is going on with this guy, dude? Like, I mean, am I gonna get like all 5,000 of these? Cause I don't want that, you know? So, let's go ahead, move along. But yeah, so far, I will say this. I should have stopped with the last video. I should have just done one and called it a day, but you know, it worked out pretty well, and I thought, you know what? Let's do it again, right? People like to see unboxings of, like, mystery boxes and stuff. You know, maybe they can live through me, and they'll be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't want to do that, you know? I'll take the pain so that way you guys can divert your attention and money somewhere else, you know? That is part of how this thing works, to be completely honest. Like, the whole YouTube thing. Like, I'll buy some stuff that might be not super appealing. And then, you know, do the review about it and like, yeah, bought this thing. It's not that great. And then other people can watch it and be like, oh yeah, that's not that great. I'm not going to get that. Oh, finally, a Chris Statlander figure. Do you know how long I've been waiting to have my own Chris Statlander figure? Oh my god, it's been like minutes. Moving along, we have another Thunder Rosa. Apparently hers aren't selling either, right? At least that's what I'm taking from this. And I actually like Thunder Rosa, like a fair amount. So I don't even know what I'm going to do with these things. It's not... If it was Christmas time, I could just go drop them off at like the Toys for Tots thing or something. It's freaking February. Christmas is like far from now, dude. So we have this right here. This is going to be a Hangman Adam Page, right? Is that one? Where is this one? I don't know. I don't know where my Hangman Page figure like this is. Must be in the bedroom then, because like it's certainly not out here. Yeah, I have no idea where that is. Weird. And some more white box figure stands. Any guesses on what this last chase or rare figure is going to be? Oh, did you guess John Moxley? Yeah, I should have guessed that. So there you go. I got 3 of these things. So now, it turns out I was wrong and that the first box was the best box because it got me a John Moxley figure that I don't already have 3 of. Well, at the time or whatever, I didn't have any of them. But I'm just saying, like now looking back at it, that first one is different, whereas these other 3 were very much all the same. So there you go. I bought some of these boxes last month or whatever, worked out pretty okay. I bought some this month, it did not work out pretty okay. I could have very much done without this, could have saved myself, let's see, 75, so it's like close to 150, almost $300 or something like that. Could have saved myself a fair amount of money by not buying these, but hey, it's a mystery thing. That's kind of like the price you pay. You take the chance and then you see what happens. I took the chance and I see what happened and now I think I'm done. So there is that. From me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Real quick, just to clarify, when I say I think I'm done, I mean not just done for the day with recording things, because I'm not. I mean done for the day, or done for buying these things, because I don't think I need to do this again, people. But we'll see. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Later, people.